This video is brought to you by Saraswati Vidyalaya Union. And hi, this is Prapti. Today we are going to study about the chapter 13 from standard 11, that is respiration. In that we are going to study about ATP. See that in the last lecture we have seen about the photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis process we have seen the plants are preparing food material. So that is in the form of glucose, that's C6H12O6. In this form plants are preparing food material. But here what happened, for the various metabolic activities we require energy, isn't it? For human being also, for animals also, as well as for the plants also. We all require energy for doing the different metabolic activities. So this energy is there. So this energy we are getting from the various processes. But the main process from where we are getting the energy, that means it is glucose. Whenever the plants are preparing the food material, they are storing the food material in the form of glucose. Means what they are preparing is they are storing that energy. And then this energy is broken down into this simple form. So with the help of this respiration. If you know the equation of this respiration, that is C6H12O6 plus 6O2, which gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus 38 ATP. Means this glucose is there, that is a complex food material, is broken down into the simple form, and by that process only that energy is getting. Okay, but if you consider about the energy, so that energy is the main source for all the different purposes, isn't it? So we are getting energy from the sun. Okay, we are getting that solar energy, we are getting the light energy from the sun, and then that energy gets stored in the plants. Okay, so then from the plants, then animals are getting that energy. Means what? Though it is autotroph, though it is the heterotroph, but both of them are dependent on the sun. Okay, means we are directly, indirectly depends on sun. We are not directly dependent on the sun, but how is that thing? We are indirectly depends on the sun. So that sunlight, it is the main source of energy, and that is only very important for the various processes. Okay, now here, during this respiration process, that glucose, that food material which is produced, that food material which broken down into the few substances, and it releases this energy, and that energy which is always stored in the form of this ATP. That energy is stored in the form of ATP. Now what is this ATP? Now we'll see in detail about this ATP. But remember this one, what is the importance of this ATP? Here I have written this 38 ATP. So here I have considered only about one type of respiration. There are the various types of respiration. In that, they are storing the different forms of energy. Now we will talk about this ATP. This ATP is what? That is biologically usable form of energy. It is energy rich organic compound in all living organisms. So it is important in all living organisms, though it is the autotroph or the heterotroph. In this is very important. Now this ATP is there. This ATP which provide energy for various cellular activities. Hence it is called as the energy coins. See that. Hence it is called as the energy coins or currency. This biological currency of cell. Okay. So this ATP is very important. Now what is this ATP? The long form of this ATP. If you have seen here, ATP. That means adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Okay, if you have seen the structure of the ATP, whenever only one phosphate is present, like these 3 phosphates are not there, but only one phosphate is there, that time it is known as the AMP. That means adenosine monophosphate. Okay, whenever 2 phosphates are there, 1, 2, that time it is known as the adenosine diphosphate, or you can say that it is known as the biphosphate. Then the next one, that is known as the ATP. Just now we have seen ATP, that means it is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. So this is about the ATP. Okay, now we'll see about the proper structure of this ATP. See here, adenine, then ribose sugar, and then phosphate. So on the basis of that phosphate group, 3 types are there: adenosine monophosphate, diphosphate, and the triphosphate. Now let's see how there is a production of the ATP, how there is a synthesis of ATP in the plants. Now let's see about the formation of ATP, that means adenosine triphosphate. In this formation of ATP, so that process, it is known as the phosphorylation. Okay, in that there are the 3 ways of the formation of ATPs. In that the first one, that is known as the photophosphorylation, second one substrate level phosphorylation, third one oxidative phosphorylation. Like these are the 3 ways. By that 3 ways, the formation of ATP is there. Now let's see one by one. The first one is there, that is known as the photophosphorylation. In the last lecture of the photosynthesis, in the photosynthesis chapter, we have already seen about this photophosphorylation. Means for the formation of ATP or the synthesis of ATP in presence of light. At that time, we have already seen about the cyclic photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So that is about this photophosphorylation. Okay. Now the next one is there, that is known as the substrate level phosphorylation. Means what? What is the exact thing? We have already seen about the substrate, respiratory substrate. For example, fats, nucleus, is that nucleic acid, amino acids, carbohydrates are there, lipids are there, oils are there. So all these are what? All these are the substrate. All these are known as the respiratory substrate. Now here, that phosphorylation which occurs at the substrate level. So it is direct phosphorylation of ADP, means adenosine diphosphate, by transfer of phosphate group from any substrate. Okay, so that is known as the substrate level phosphorylation. Means here what happened? So here directly by transfer of phosphate group from any suitable substrate. Okay, from directly that substrate. So the phosphate group is transferred into this ADP, and then there is a formation of ATP. Means suppose from glucose, means from carbohydrate, is it? From that directly that phosphate group is removed, and there is a formation of that ATP. Now the next thing is what? See that it occurs in cytoplasm and matrix of mitochondria. Okay, suppose the cell is like this, inside the cell like this is the nucleus, here mitochondria, and here this is the cytoplasm. So in this cytoplasm as well as inside the matrix of this cytoplasm, this is the matrix. In this cytoplasm as well as inside the matrix of the cytoplasm, the substrate level phosphorylation takes place. Means the ATP is produces over there. Now afterward, the next thing is what? That is known as the, see here, That is oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation is what? So it is the process or it is the phosphorylation of ADP at the cost of energy released during oxidation of substrate like NADH as well as H+. Means whenever there is the oxidation process takes place, so at that time, so that energy is released, so that is known as the oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, so see that it is phosphorylation of ADP at the cost of energy released during oxidation of substrate like NAD, H+ and FAD. And this occurs on the inner mitochondrial membrane. Mitochondrial structure, if you know, there is the outer membrane and there is the inner membrane. So in this inner membrane, inside this mitochondria, in the inner membrane only, the process of oxidative phosphorylation takes place. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, comment and please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Prapti Vanzari. Thank you.